Thank you, Madam Chairwoman. I was not going to talk because I talked yesterday on Fast and Furious, and Representative Chaffetz did a wonderful job. But, Madam Chairwoman, I cannot stand here while demonstrably false insinuations are leveled. I worked for the Department of Justice for 6 years. I worked with ATF for 16 years. I'll put the respect that I have for federal law enforcement and federal prosecutors up against anybody in this body. It may well be that the documents we haven't gotten clear all the senior DOJ officials. How will we possibly know that if he continues to withhold documents? So, Madam Chairwoman, let me just ask this. To the average citizen who gets a grand jury subpoena, or a subpoena for documents, or to compel the presence, what would happen if they ignored it? Madam Chairwoman, what would happen if you got a jury summons and you just decided you weren't going to show up? What would happen to the average citizen if they got a subpoena from a congressional committee and they just decided to ignore it? And their defense was, well, we gave you some documents. There are 70,000-something documents that the Inspector General has. We have 1/12 of that. There are entire categories of documents that we do not have. We do not have a single email from the Attorney General of the United States after February the 4th, 2011. I want you to ask yourself how many emails you have sent and received today. And the number is 0 from February the 4th, 2011 until present. And Congressman Chaffetz is exactly right. There was a demonstrably false letter sent to a member of Congress. And then the Department of Justice, that I actually value its reputation. We have to have a Department of Justice that people respect. But the Department of Justice took the unprecedented step of having to withdraw a letter sent to a member of Congress because it was demonstrably false. On February the 4th, 2011, the Department of Justice, on Department of Justice letterhead, mails a demonstrably false letter denying a tactic called gun walking. On the very same day, the criminal chief of the Department of Justice of the United States of America is in Mexico advocating for the tactic of gun walking. And somehow we can't ask the Department of Justice to tell us who knew what when. And the gentleman on the other side of the aisle, Madam Chairwoman, said everyone has been punished. Madam Chairwoman, no one has been punished. There hasn't been a demotion. There hasn't been a firing. There hasn't been a sanction. There hasn't been a frowny face on a performance evaluation. There's been nothing. So I will say what I said yesterday, Madam Chairwoman. This is not just another department in someone's cabinet. This isn't just some other political appointee. This is the Attorney General for the United States of America. It is the Department of Justice. If they cannot comply with a lawfully executed subpoena, then there should be sanctions just like there would be for me or you. So I urge support for Representative Chaffetz's amendment.